your forecast first. Sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, happy Friday, happy weekend to you. You have made it, and the weather looks to really kind of stay on the nice side, despite having a small chance of rain, which we'll talk about coming up here in a little bit. 57 in Danville, 58 in Champaign. That temperature really beginning to drop off now that the sun is about to set. We've had a few clouds out there, but things looking pretty good. Traffic moving along, Neal Street there, and there's somebody not using the crosswalk. Temperatures falling down to the mid-40s. I just put you on blast on live TV, sorry. 46 by 11 o'clock tonight. All right, we're going to come back and talk about that small rain chance coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
They did sustain serious injuries.
She's accused of driving her Jeep off a bridge under construction and onto the interstate. Why her charges have now changed.
We appreciate your patience this morning, and thanks for traveling Amtrak.
Amtrak's Illini and Saluki both roll through central Illinois. Why both are ranked for the wrong reason.
The conference title is on the line. Mount Zion hosts Effingham. We'll hear from both head coaches coming up.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
The woman police say was behind the wheel of this Jeep was in court for the first time today, but things took an unexpected turn in front of the judge. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. Jennifer is off tonight. Asia Marshall came into court today for a misdemeanor DUI. She left court facing felony charges. Marshall's accused of driving off the unfinished Bradley Avenue Bridge in Champaign last month. She is now charged with aggravated DUI in part because of how seriously her two passengers were hurt. You might remember this. This accident happened in the middle of the afternoon. Her Jeep flew off the unfinished bridge and almost landed on I-57, stopped only by that concrete barrier. The state's attorney says they still don't have information about what happened prior to Marshall going off the bridge, but her blood alcohol level was 0.225 when she went to the hospital. That's almost 3 times the legal limit. 2 people were in the Jeep with her, Maurice Conley and Robert Spears.
I believe they are recovering from their injuries. However, they did sustain serious injuries, contusions, broken legs, kidney injuries, internal injuries, and were hospitalized for some time following the crash.
Marshall has a history of traffic violations, including 2 license suspensions. She faces 1 to 12 years in prison if she's found guilty. Her license could also be revoked if she's convicted. Police are looking for a person accused of badly beating a Springfield woman.
It happened near Little Flower School on 6th Street. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin is live there now. Gabrielle, what do we know right now?
Paul, police are still actively working the scene here to gather all the details that they can, and so are we. But what we can tell you for sure is that someone left a woman in serious condition. Overnight, a woman was assaulted here between Little Flower Church and Little Flower School. Police are actively investigating what exactly happened and who hurt that woman. But neighbors near this area say the heavy police presence picked up around 7 a.m. this morning. The woman was taken to the hospital for treatment, and students here at Little Flower School were out of school for a parent-teacher conference today. That's all we know so far, but as soon as we get more details, be sure to stay with us here at WCIA 3 and over at WCIA.com, and we will keep you updated with the latest. But for now, we're live on Stevenson Drive. Gabrielle Franklin, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Yeah, Gabrielle, when you know more, let us know. Thanks. A 14-year-old is charged with assaulting a teacher. We know that teenager is from Allamont. The teenager is charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery to a teacher. Here's an update now. A man wanted for a shooting investigation in Champaign has turned himself in. 30-year-old Jerry Exum surrendered to police in Indianapolis. On October 5th, 2 people were shot in the 1900 block of West Bradley Avenue in Champaign. Both survived. An arrest warrant was issued for Exum for attempted murder and aggravated battery with a firearm. He's in the process of being extradited to Champaign.
We have new details on a shooting in Rantoul. Police arrested a 16-year-old in connection with the shooting that left another teenager hurt. This happened yesterday in the neighborhood of Autumn Fields Lane. The 16-year-old suspect is being charged as an adult. with aggravated battery with a firearm. The state's attorney says the suspect got into an argument with the victim outside of his house, pulled a gun, and shot in his direction several times. 17-year-old Stephen Anderson was hit once in the shoulder and is expected to be okay. That 16-year-old faces 6 to 30 years in prison if convicted. An investigation into an inmate's death was turned over to state police. A 21-year-old Springfield woman was found unresponsive in a housing area of the Macon County Jail yesterday. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. There was an autopsy done. No word yet on those results.
A school bus was involved in a crash with 2 other cars this afternoon. It happened at Kirby and Duncan in Champaign. A Champaign school bus was involved. 17 students were on board. Police say no one was hurt. No word on what caused that crash. A woman is dead after her car and a train collided in Christian County. It happened last night on South Shumway Street near West Calvert Drive in Taylorville. 52-year-old Pamela McPherson of Blue Mound was killed. The coroner says she died of blunt force trauma. The sheriff says the train's engineer sounded the horn. The car was between crossings. The Christian County Sheriff's Office is investigating. Amtrak's Illini and Saluki lines are some of the most popular ways to get from central Illinois to Chicago.
But regular riders will tell you to pack your patience when you hop on board. The Office of the Inspector General says those lines rank nationally for being late. WCIA 3's Andy Olson is with us now. So, Andy, why is this the case?
Well, Jessica, the company who operates the rail used by Amtrak says speed restrictions along the route put them behind. Passengers say they've seen construction and freight trains slow them down as well. No matter what the cause is, people are frustrated they're running behind.
We appreciate your patience this morning, and thanks for traveling Amtrak.
Something Amtrak passengers are hearing all too often. Over 240,000 passengers per year use the Illini and Saluki lines. Many of them are college students from Champaign and Carbondale headed home to Chicago. But no matter who you are, the experience seems to remain the same.
Last week it was about 30 minutes, and then now it's going to be about an hour 10 minutes late.
In a study done by the Office of Inspector General, the 2 routes are only on time an average of 28% of the time. And they were late by an hour over 15% of the time. Gina Fox traveled with the school field trip Friday, and it was late as well.
This morning we were like 12 minutes late, and in the past we've been up to an hour late getting picked up. So it's nice to ride them, but it's not the most reliable if you have to be there at a specific time.
We reached out to Amtrak, and they say the delays are not their own fault. In a statement, they say trains being behind are, quote, primarily driven by delays caused by host railroads that own most of the rail lines used by Amtrak trains. Frequent riders feel the effects of the tardiness most often. Darian Turan works in the area and takes the train most weekends to see his girlfriend in Mattoon. With the inconsistency, she's rarely able to count on when he'll get there.
If I say, I'm going to be there at 11, my girlfriend can come pick me up at 11. If I want to go to a concert at 11:30 and I'm supposed to be there at 11, and the train pushes it back, another hour, I can't go to that concert now.
Amtrak did an internal ranking of all the rail companies they use for their lines. Canadian National runs the lines in Champaign. They were given a D- for their ability to keep passengers on time over the last year. Jessica?
Interesting. All right, Andy, thank you. Canadian National responded to Amtrak's statement saying, quote, CN is dedicated to work as fast as possible with Amtrak on a solution that allows Amtrak's trains to run safely without a speed restriction. Removal of the speed restriction will significantly increase on-time performance for these services.
He was a star for the Illini basketball team years ago. Who's jumping from the court to the hospitality industry?
Also tonight, the 108th annual U of I Homecoming Parade is getting started. We are headed there live as it rolls through the streets of campus.
And it is occurring right at the same time that sun is just setting on the horizon. You can see it right there on the Roofing Dog INET Bratcher weather camera. Let's recap today. A nice 64. Boy, we started out at a cool 36 degrees this morning. Coming back, we're going to talk about the warmer weekend weather, talk about a little rain, and we've got your umbrella winners for this week coming up.